Good evening, honky tonks. I'm out having a stroll at the moment, and I've just seen the news. I think many of you also have seen the news, and Boris Johnson is going to effectively lift all the restrictions regarding this plague, the masks, everything's going to go, and we're going to be one of the first countries in the world to do so, and it's a good thing. We want that. This whole plague misery has been used as a tool to divide us all by the globalists, socialists, Marxists. It's been horrible. People have lost their jobs. It's just misery all around. It's been a miserable 2 and a bit years, hasn't it? God, look at that. It hasn't been nice. But the thing is, you've got to think long and hard about this now, because the Conservative Party under Boris Johnson are the only party to have done this. They recognise it's bad for the economy and bad for people as a whole, as do I, as do many of you. Now, when it comes to a general election, look, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, etc. And I know there'll be people here who'll be saying, oh, I'm voting for the Reform Party, English Democrats, what else is there? Anne-Marie Waters, good work that she does, etc. But there aren't enough of us here to do that. There aren't enough people voting for these fringe right-wing conservative parties, nationalist parties, to make a difference. There really isn't. All the parties in Parliament, Lib Dems, Labour, they're all circling Boris Johnson now. They want him gone. I wonder if this is why the papers, the mainstream media, the Twitterati, they were all pushing on getting him sacked and getting him out, because they knew this is what he was going to do. And then we're going to have someone put in who would continue these ridiculous, insane restrictions. You don't know, but when you think about it and how Parliament works, and how Parliament has worked the past couple of years, ever since Brexit and beyond really, it doesn't have the interest of the people at heart. They're either working for China or the EU, as has been proven with a Spygate recently. I know that's a 5-year-old story, but more's coming out of that story by the day. These are troubling times indeed, they really are. Now, you can vote for your fringe parties, but a vote for them would be a vote for Labour. Come on, let's admit it. I wish these fringe parties were bigger and could make a difference, but they can't. Just look at it truthfully. Look at things maturely. Look at how the political landscape is forming, etc. So, the only party at the moment, I know, you've got the whole immigration thing, you've got the dinghy divers coming over, nothing's been done, etc. And Boris is a clown, and it's a fucking mess. But he's the best of a bad bunch. He really is the best of a bad bunch, and he's done this. It may be to get us off Partygate, get people to ignore that, but who cares? He's lifting these restrictions. Society can't go on with these restrictions. It's restrictive, and it's basically throwing a hand grenade at the economy. So I am glad. I really am glad. But think carefully who you're going to vote for next. Really, please be careful, because Labour they are so pro-lockdown. I mean, they'd have us all in our houses with locks on the doors if you haven't had the jab. Trudeau would do that in Canada. He would. He definitely would. The way Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Macron, they're all treating their citizens, if they haven't been jabbed, it's just disgraceful and an evil infringement on people's rights. It really is. And you can thank your lucky stars you're not in Wales or Scotland, but in Little England, as some idiots like to call it. England may be little, but it's done much, and it's like a pioneer. It was the first country to end slavery, but that's forgotten about. And now we're lifting all these ridiculous restrictions, and I'm happy. I really am happy. So for that instance, if there was a general election tomorrow, and the fact that there won't be many people voting for the fringe right-wing conservative parties, I will be voting Conservative. Hate me for that if you wish. But for the sole purpose of stopping this COVID tyranny, I'm doing that. everyone else in Parliament wants to lock us down, take away our freedoms, mandatory jabs, face masks, even in our coffins when we die. That's the way it's going. These people are insane. They have to be stopped. And if you want to do that democratically, then vote Boris Johnson. Best of a bad bunch. I hope you understand my logic. I really do. I know not many of you like Boris Johnson. I don't like him. But yeah, it's what the country needs at the moment. Sadly, hell of a thing, isn't it? When there's no outright good person or good party to vote for, that could make a difference. If Anne-Marie Waters' party, is it For Britain, if they had significant votes and could make a difference, then fine. Or anything else, Reform, English Democrats, all the rest of them. But they don't, and they won't come together because they're at war. They're at war, and the ethnic nationalists have made sure of that. Anyway, you got to see my ugly face again, unlucky. I thought I'd do this video because it's a hot topic and people need to talk about it. It's just my opinion, that's all it is, an opinion. And if that makes you cry, tough titties. I've got loads of them. Right, that's me. Comment, share, subscribe. Until the next video, Roger Trout.